Welcome to Share Talk, the only podcast where investors come first.
Today we have Martin Higginson, CEO of Immotion plc, which is a tech company providing a VR solution for businesses. Good day, Martin. How are you?
Yeah, very well. And you?
Not too bad, thank you. For those who are not familiar with your company, do you think you can give us an overview of what you do?
Yeah, I mean, Immotion is focused on delivering immersive sort of entertainment and edutainment, educational sort of solutions to partners. We work in a rather unique way in that we provide all of the equipment to our partners. So there's no upfront cost for any of our partners, whether that be zoos, aquariums, science centres or family entertainment centres. We fund all of the capital expenditure, we do all the development and we create all the experiences. And then we share the revenue with those partners, normally on a sort of 50-50 basis, and we deliver sort of immersive experiences into the sort of the vertical sectors. So if it's into an aquarium, then we will deliver some highly immersive aquatic content, and that could be swimming with humpback whales. It could be swimming with tiger sharks. It could be a sort of conservation CGI piece, but we try and make everything hyper relevant to the audience, and therefore that delivers better results, not only for us but also for our partners.
Right. And where do you see VR going? I mean, you've described a few sectors there, but what about education, for example?
Yeah, look, I mean, education's important. I mean, what we try and do at Immotion is we try and mix education with entertainment, and we think by doing that on a motion platform, we have the ability to not only educate people but also entertain them. And if you go on one of our platforms, you'll actually feel as though you're underwater. You'll feel the sort of movement of the waves. If you go on one of our roller coasters, you'll get the stomach churning because what you're seeing, you're actually feeling as well. So I think in terms of where is VR going, I think it's going to get more and more immersive as time marches on. We can sort of see that. And for us, it's about just marrying the right experience with the right audiences all the time and just really educating them. We've got to remember 99% of people have never experienced VR. So it's very much in its infancy. And what we really want to do is just hold people's hands, get them into VR and then sort of take them on a sort of steady journey.
Well, 99% is a big audience for you to go for. What would be the strategy then, you think, for your business for expansion?
I mean, our strategy is very, very clear. We have a number of sectors. As I said, if we sort of break those down, we've got the sort of entertainment sector. And for that, we will deliver things like thrill coasters and roller coasters. We've got our latest tower coaster. And, we're doing our first ever bespoke sort of city tower coaster. And that will launch at Blackpool Tower in the next day or so. So where you'll go on a roller coaster over Blackpool, you'll actually be able to sort of see all the scenery, including the big one, includes Tower itself. And then we'll also do that in other cities as we expand. So for entertainment centres, we offer a sort of relatively unique solution. It's all about motion. It's all about immersive solutions. So whether it's a sort of roller coaster or whether it's our new sort of shoot them up arena, we will offer this package. As I said earlier on, it's about us offering that on a sort of capital-free basis for partners. So there's no risk for them whatsoever. And I think this is really, really important in terms of our business model and strategy. At the moment, there is still barriers to VR. People don't quite understand it. People are not too sure what it is. As I said, 99% of people have never experienced it. So what we want to do is remove all those barriers. So when we partner up with people like, whether it be Blackpool Tower or people like the O2, we can actually deliver a complete tailored solution that's right for their audience. And we installed recently into the O2 in London. And it's been such a success that we've actually added a further 5 headsets to that location. But this is not something that they would have necessarily done if they'd have had to sort of pay for all that up front. So we're working in this partnership model. It allows them to sort of test the water and us to move much quicker. And then as we move into the sort of the educational sort of areas, and that could be anything from sort of science centres to aquariums to zoos, What we're doing is we're offering something that is absolutely tailor-made for that audience. So if we focus in on the aquariums, and we've got a number of big aquarium partners. So, this week we just signed a deal to install our Ocean Explorer setup into the London Aquarium, which is one of the largest aquariums in the world, with over 1 million visitors. And what we do is, in the Ocean Explorer sort of stand that we have, you've got 4 motion pods that customers can sit on. As they go on, they'll choose a variety of different experiences. So that could be swimming with humpback whales. It could be our latest experience, which is basically shark dive, where you will get up close and personal with tiger sharks. Or it could be one of our conservation pieces. We've got an amazing conservation piece that's done by our CGI team, very much in a sort of Pixar style, called Drift. So this allows customers to choose a variety of different options and experience VR. But it's more about them experiencing this whole immersiveness of VR, and actually doing it in an environment that is hyper relevant to what they're doing. So if you're going around an aquarium, this just adds to your experience. And I think for the aquarium partner, what it does is it gives them something additional to offer their customers. And in reality, you're not going to be able to get up close to a sort of humpback whale. So this is a real opportunity for them to get a value add into their sort of establishments, but also a way of them building nice incremental revenue. So we're charging circa £5 for our experiences. So it's not crazy money, but it allows people to sort of really test VR in a very sort of new and innovative and, as I said, totally immersive way.
Right, and I know it's difficult for some people listening to this on a podcast to try and obviously visualize it for themselves. I did notice your website actually does have a video on there, and I think you have a YouTube channel as well, which demonstrates some of these videos. So I'd encourage anyone who's listening to it also have a look at that. For new investors to your company, what do you think is the biggest attraction that Immotion offers them?
Well, I think, adopting our this sort of unique partnership model, what we're doing now is we're building more and more recurring revenues. The vast majority of deals that we're entering into are sort of 3 years plus type deals. We see this very much as a sort of land grab into these establishments. As I said, right at the start of this podcast, 99% of people have never experienced VR. So this is very, very early days. And the whole immersive nature of VR will just get better and better as time marches on. So for us, it's about establishing those relationships, whether it be in the entertainment sector with people like the O2 or people like Lego Discovery Centres or some of the big family entertainment centres in the US, or whether it's in the educational sector where we're into aquariums, people like the sort of London Aquarium, so some big aquariums in the US, or zoos, people like Santa Barbara Zoo. What we're doing is we're actually offering them a solution and a partnership where we can grow. So in terms of investors, I think what drives me and what I think is interesting is we're creating this blue ocean for ourselves, but more importantly, we're building this recurring revenue. And every week we're seeing the sort of recurring revenues going up and up and up. A lot of the sites that we're doing are absolutely smashing it. They're delivering revenue beyond our expectations. So I think all of these things are good. And, as we've said before, our target is to hit 400 headsets by the end of this year, 1,000 by the end of 2020. And as you hit 1,000 headsets, then the amount of recurring revenue that you're generating is substantive. And then you're going into 2021 with, this sort of big block of recurring revenue and of course, profits.
And is it just the UK and Europe, or are you focused worldwide?
No, I mean we've got a lot of installs in the US. We do offer our solutions globally. We have installs in Australia. We have installs in China, throughout Europe, and we're more than happy to talk to partners anywhere in the world. The solution that we offer is very, very robust. We've developed some proprietary software. So all of our experiences run from a sort of central proprietary content management system that allows us to update new experiences on the fly. It allows us to look at what our partners are doing. We can work out what's performing, what isn't performing. We can provide them real-time statistics. So we've developed something that I think is future-proofed in terms of what our partners can see, and also the data that's giving us. And the more partners we install, the more data we get back, which allows us to sort of hone our offering. So I think that very much sort of future-proofs our business and allows us to expand globally at speed.
Great. Well, Martin, thank you for basically giving us a good overview. And I would encourage people listening to have a look at your website. Like I say, visual does help, and certainly it's the industry you're in. So thanks, Martin, and we'll hopefully be talking to you again.
Yeah. And please, just go to immotion.co.uk. You'll see the experiences there, and you'll start to get a view of what we're doing and the quality of our experiences. I think that's the big difference with sort of anything else that's out there. We've got a highly skilled, experienced team that delivering quality of the likes that people haven't seen before.
Great. Thanks again, Martin.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening. Remember to visit our website for more news and other podcasts at www.share-talk.com.